In Kaun Banega Crorepati, to win from 1 crore to 7 crore, you only need to give one correct answer. But to go from 0 to 1 crore, you need to give 15 correct answers, which is the toughest part. Because even one wrong answer can drastically reduce your prize money. Something similar happens in our investing journey. Reaching the first crore is the toughest. After that, the journey becomes smoother. This was also believed by legendary investor Warren Buffett's partner, the late Charlie Munger.
The hard part of the process for most people is the first $100,000. If you have a standing start at zero, getting together $100,000 is a long struggle.
But why is it like this? Let's understand it with numbers. Welcome to 5-Minute Finance by ET Money, where we talk about the basics of investing and personal finance. In this video, we'll look at why the 1 crore milestone is the hardest, what challenges you face, and how to reach that first crore milestone faster. So if your goal is to build a 10 crore corpus, you might think the first crore is just 10% of the journey, but in reality, it's the most crucial 40%. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose you start SIP of 30,000 rupees per month. If your investment grows at 12% annually, it might take you 12 to 13 years to reach the first crore. But the second crore will take just 4 years. And the third in 3 years, and each next crore will come even faster. By the end of 30 years, you could have a 10 crore corpus. See the difference? Building the first 1 crore takes 12 to 13 years, nearly 40% of the total journey. Now, everyone wants quick results when it comes to investing, but real wealth creation is only possible through compounding. Many people don't truly understand how it works, because to see and feel the real impact of compounding, you have to wait for years. In the beginning, growth feels slow and boring, which is why many people lose motivation halfway through. When you start your investment journey, you are literally starting from zero with limited investment experience. Let me ask you a question. You have two options. Option 1, take 10 crore right now. Option 2, wait for 30 days, where on day 1 you get 1 rupee, and every day after that the amount doubles, meaning day 1 1 rupee, day 2 2 rupee, day 3 4 rupees, and on the 30th day you get whatever the amount becomes. So which option would you choose? Now option 1 seems tempting. You get 10 crore instantly, no questions asked. But how much could you really get with option 2? Let's find out. After the first 5 days, you would have just 16 rupees. By day 10, the amount grows to 512. Still nowhere close to 10 crore. At this point, you would probably feel like option 1 was the smarter choice. But hold on. By day 20, the amount jumps to over 5.24 lakh. That's 100x growth. And by day 30, it skyrockets to 53.69 crores. This is the magic of compounding. And the same thing happens with investments. In the initial years, it feels slow and even boring. This phase truly tests your patience and discipline. But once you cross that first major milestone, your wealth starts to grow exponentially. Even in the 10 crore example, it took 25 years to reach the first 5 crore, but the next 5 crore came in just 5 years. But there are also practical reasons why the early years of the journey feel slow and tough. Let's understand those key challenges next. When you start out, your salary is usually low, your ability to save is limited, and you are still learning how to manage expenses. And this is where a hidden challenge comes in: inflation. Let's say your monthly salary is 25,000 and you follow 50s to 30s to 20 budgeting rule. That means you're able to save only 5,000 rupees a month, which adds up to just 60,000 a year. If your goal is to build a 10 crore corpus, this amount feels too small in comparison. But that's not the only issue. Inflation silently eats away at your purchasing power. India's average annual inflation is around 6%. And if your salary growth is lower than that, the real value of your savings keep decreasing. For instance, what you can afford today with 25,000 rupees will likely cost around 33,000 just 5 years later. That's why the initial years are the toughest. The second major challenge is lack of experience. Where to invest, how to adapt your investing strategy to different market conditions, and how to handle market risks. All of this creates confusion early on. Third major challenge is behavioral biases. Now this is one of the trickiest part of investing. The market does not always go up. Sometimes it goes down too. That's what we call volatility. And when economic or political conditions are unfavorable, these drops can be even steeper. For instance, during the 2008 global financial crisis or the 2020 COVID crash, markets corrected by 20 to 30%. Many investors faced heavy losses due to panic selling during those times. This is when the real difference between logical investing and emotional investing becomes clear. because staying calm during losses is a real challenge. First, let's understand what you should do and then what you should avoid. The most important things are patience and consistency. Not everyone can start with a 50,000 or 1 lakh rupees monthly SIP, which is the obvious way to reach 1 crore faster. But how big your starting amount is does not matter as much as how consistently you increase it. Even if you start with a 6,000 rupees monthly SIP and increase it by 15% every year, you can still achieve a 10 crore corpus within your expected time frame. That's why your focus should be on gradually increasing savings, cutting unnecessary expenses, and improving your skills to boost your income growth. Now let's talk about what you should avoid. Don't chase returns. Many people take unnecessary risks, chasing returns. This may work when markets are rising, but the same strategy can lead to big losses during corrections. Avoid high-risk bets just for short-term gains. Avoid complex investments. It's a myth that only complex investment products give better returns. Even a simple index fund can be powerful for long-term wealth creation. Popular index funds like Nifty 50, Nifty 500 have delivered consistently strong returns to long-term investors. But remember, the biggest fear in building a large corpus is how much you invest, not just the percentage return. The more money stays invested, the more magic of compounding will work for you. Third is avoiding costly mistakes. Now, many people think the market is about to crash, so they pause their SIP and wait for the right time to start again. But the reality is, even experienced investors cannot predict the market accurately. If you are thinking about timing the market, here's a shocking stat. If you had invested 5,000 every month in the Sensex over the last 10 years without skipping a single SIP, your corpus would be around 12.4 lakh rupees today. But if you had missed just the 10 best performing days, your corpus would be only 8.23 lakh rupees. And if you had missed the 20 best days, your corpus would drop further to just 6.86 lakh. So why does this happen? When markets dip, continuing your SIP lets you buy more units at lower prices. As markets recover, more units equals bigger corpus. If you pause your SIP, you miss that advantage and accumulate fewer units. So the best strategy is to stay consistent in all market conditions. Market corrections are not a problem. They are an opportunity. With that, we have come to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do share it with your friends and family. Happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.